Welcome back, guys, on a transfer update. Arsenal link with Benfica won the kid Joao Neves, midfielder. Let's get into the news today.
Welcome back, guys, to another Arsenal transfer news show.
Also, Declan Rice has officially signed for Arsenal.
Plays in before the start of the season. If this deal gets done before the start.
So, of course, guys, welcome back. So, on a transfer update, Arsenal have been heavily linked with Benfica won the kid midfielder Joao Neves. Could this guy be the Thomas Partey replacement for next season? Is Arsenal going to go in for this guy? Well, let's find out today. Many reports. Let's go through the latest rumors. We're going to go through this report from Graham Bailey from HITC. Arsenal in direct contact with Benfica star Joao Neves. Now, as per HITC and journalist Graham Bailey, it's believed that they've tested the waters over the Benfica star Joao Neves as an alternative, with his agents looking to open up for offers for him to of course, depart. The 19-year-old starter made 33 Premier League appearances for Benfica last season, scoring 3 goals and registering an assist in that time, according to Who Scored. Never stood out as one of their best performers, going by average match rating per 90, with Angel Di Maria and Rafael Silva managing a higher number than the teenager. HITC claim Arsenal been in direct contact with Neves over joining them this summer, but there's a pretty roadblock in the way. His release clause stands at around 102 million, a figure which Edu and Co are unwilling to pay as things stand, Liverpool, Man United adopting the same stance. Unless things change in this regard, Neves is set. It looks like to obviously remain in Portugal with Benfica. So yeah, very interesting deal. Interesting story, I should say, with Joao Neves from Benfica. Obviously, this guy, so much hype around his name. Won the kids, 19 years of age. He actually broke through Benfica's team. Played, as I said, there 33 times for Benfica. He literally broke into the team when he's 18. So yeah, a lot of hype about this guy's name. 105 million release clause though for Joao Neves. It's crazy, right? It's crazy that he's released clause, and we're just not gonna pay that. Let's get out of the way first. We are not gonna pay that at all for someone like Joao Neves. No chance. But then again, it's the same for obviously Man United are very interested in him. They've been interested in him for about a year now. I heard Liverpool want him as well. Arsenal, of course, looking at him as well. That's just sort of assessing his situation. So look, this one anything can happen. It can develop over the summer window. But right now, it's most likely that he will stay at Benfica. Benfica, as we know, produced some brilliant talents. You look over the years and the players that they've produced. Here's another one that's coming through their ranks. If Arsenal were to go and actually look at him, what I've seen of Joao Neves is, again, not a heck of a lot, to be honest, because I do not watch the Portuguese league. Obviously, I'll take you through stats in a minute, guys, and the overlook of the player. But the guy's 5'7". Predominantly a DM, but it's not like he's he can play centre mid, and I think he play cam as well. He's more, for me, what I recognize him as and what I compare him to in terms of similarities. I'm not comparing the players, but he's a register type of player. It just what I've seen of the guy. He plays that register style of football. Yeah, I mean, the guy's 5'7", but he's an absolute beast in the midfield. He's an absolute warrior, absolute tank in the midfield. Yeah, and he's shows a lot of athleticism. It's not even a word. He's very athletic, and he's very physical as well. For 5'7" as well, you don't really expect that. So he definitely can do the job in the DM role for sure. I think he can play. He can play both roles, which is why obviously we are looking at players like this. Can play where obviously Declan Rice is, and can play also in the left centre mid role as well, where we try to play Kai Havertz for there. So I think he obviously can play both roles for us, but he's definitely this type of register type of player, a guy who very tough in the midfield, very physical in the midfield. This is, I think, one of his best attributes as well. His long ball distribution is incredible, right? The way how that guy hits a long ball, yeah, is insane. Just go and search up Joao Neves long passes, and you guys see what I mean. That is probably one of the best things about his game is, he's fantastic when it comes to distribution, switching the play. I can see why, of course, we are looking at him, and we are, somewhat interested in just monitoring him at the moment. Um, I don't think this still will happen though. I really don't see it. I think it's classed as an alternative because I believe we have other priorities in the midfield anyway. I believe we're looking at elsewhere for midfield targets than Joao Neves. It's classed as an alternative. Maybe, we're just testing the waters at the moment. Again, that release clause is unbelievable. Yeah, 100 and whatever, 5 million, whatever it was. Yeah, over 100 million for him as his release clause. Nobody's going to be paying that. Nobody's going to be paying that, and it wouldn't surprise me really, considering the guy is 19 now. If he stays at Benfica for one more season, next season, if he stays there for one more season, and then we'll see what happens after. But I don't see Arsenal going in for this guy. Maybe the story is true. Maybe the rumor we are interested. We probably are interested. Apparently, we've been scouting this guy for quite a while now. We probably have been, but I just don't see it still happening, guys. I just don't see Arsenal paying that release clause at all. As I said, anything can happen, man. This is it's transfer window. Summer window is crazy, isn't it? So anything can happen. As a player, I think this guy, he's got so much talent. Wonder kid, as we know, he's got a bit about him. Yeah, what I've seen of him, I know it's not a lot. I've just seen a few clips. And obviously we're gonna look at his stats right now. Sorry, I don't know. It's stats don't tell the full picture. It's all about the eye test for me. That's how I view players. Is I need to watch them on a consistent basis to suggest if I rate them or not. That's just how I view football. Really, I don't look at stats too much, but it's always good to have that there as well. So I'm going to share his stats on the screen right now, guys. Obviously, you can see 19 years of age. This last season just gone. So yeah, he played quite a lot of matches for Benfica. A very key player for them at just 19. 3 goals he scored, 1 assist. You got to remember he's more of a defensive midfielder. So he's not going to score a lot of goals, but he still managed to get a few goals and got himself an assist there. Obviously, he played in all the Europa League games, all the Champions League games with Benfica as well. Started all of them. Played the Portuguese Cup for them, and also has made a couple of caps already for Portugal. Now I think he is going to the Euros as well. So he played a total of 57 times last season for Benfica, and you can see some more stats down here as well. You can see this basic all the goals, the XG, and all that stuff. I don't really focus on the XG. I don't really focus on all this stuff really. You can see his yellow cards. He's only picked up 3 yellow cards, so it's not really like he's we ain't gonna worry about him being disciplined because he's already disciplined defensively. You can see the 18 goals. He kept 16 clean sheets last season. Penalties there. So it says here, Joao Neves is a midfielder who has appeared in 33 matches this season in Liga North, playing a total of 2,360 minutes. Joao Neves gets an average of 0.04 assists. I don't care about that really. All these math numbers, mate. Yeah, I couldn't care less. I couldn't even pass my GCSE foundation maths paper. I don't know what all this stuff means. I don't know what XG means. I don't know what XG or expected assists or expected minutes. I don't even know what it all means. Joao Neves scored a total of 3 goals so far in the season in the league, which placed him 10th in the Benfica's top scores list. Again, don't matter because he is more of a defensive midfielder. This is just, again, more just stats. This is his previous season performance there. Played 14 times this is when he was 17, 18 as well. So even though he's like 17, he's still getting into the Benfica squad just on a handful of occasions. So yeah, I mean, this guy definitely got a bit about him. I just don't see Arsenal paying that crazy, release clause for the guy at all. But let me know, man. Let me know what you guys think of Joao Neves. Is this guy going to come in and be the perfect replacement for Thomas Partey? Because we know it's be interesting what happens with Thomas Partey. We know we need a midfielder anyway. Is this guy, should we go in all guns blazing and get Joao Neves next season? Is this guy the perfect midfielder for Arsenal? Is there someone else you guys would prefer? I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions down below. As I said, I think he's a good player. I need to see him a lot more, of course. I've not seen him enough on a consistent basis, but what I've seen of him, he's showing some good signs. He looks like A very, very good midfielder. Again, you've got to remember it is a Portuguese league. With all due respect, it is a Portuguese league. Nobody watches the Portuguese league unless you're Portuguese or unless you support a Portuguese club. So there we go. But thank you everyone who tuned into the video. I love to hear your thoughts as always. Thanks for all the support on the channel. We're on the road to 8,000 subscribers. We do daily content. If you are new, make sure you do subscribe. Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys in my next one. As always, we're out of here. Come on, you gunners, and ciao.